Welcome back to Bushcraft Evolution. As you can see, because you clicked on the title down there, we are doing tents, tarps, and hammocks. So we're loaded down. This is completely packed down with any form of a shelter system whatsoever. So this is going to be just camp shelters. And as you can see, Haley's got some. She's got a shelter down here. They both have a set of hiking poles. Madison's got a tarp shelter here, or tent shelter here, with some trekking poles as well, and we'll discuss what those are for as we're setting up. So we're not going to bore you with the setup system. We're just going to set everything up, and then we'll get right back to you. So just hang on a second for you, probably about 15-20 minutes for us, so stay tuned. Okay guys, as you can see, we've got everything set up, and the girls have disappeared on me, so let me try to locate them, and we're going to talk about each one of these. We're going to talk about the pros and cons of each one of these types of setups for your camping shelter. So let's get right to it. Okay, so we're going to start off with the One Tigress Backwoods Bungalow 2.0. This is a very awesome tent, and I don't know if you could tell yet or not, but I found my two friends back there. You guys can unzip and say hi. I don't know if they can see you. So with the Backwoods Bungalow 2.0, you can sleep too comfortable in there and be able to sleep all night, and there's enough room at least one of the ends for your gear. Otherwise, this tarp here folds down and it zips along the sides here, and it creates a little bit of a vestibule there, so you can take your shoes off, leave them out, your backpacks, your cooking gear, whatever you're bringing out with you on your camping trip. This won't set you back much. I don't remember how much I paid for it at the time. It may have been 100, 120, maybe even less than that. I'm not sure, and especially now, I'm sure they're a lot cheaper. But so if you're a ground pounder and you don't mind sleeping on the ground, this is a very good tent to do that in, and lay down an air mattress or a wool blanket or spruce or pine, you know, I'm drawing a blank at the moment, but anyway, you lay those down for bedding and make it as comfortable as you can. And then you can also put a tarp underneath this if you're worried about getting your tent dirty and all that. But this would be perfect for a grandfather, grandmother, mom, dad, and your kids to be able to go camping in this. And it's a very good option, and this is one of our favorites, and we enjoy using this. Actually, Haley and I will be doing a camping trip, and she and or I will be sleeping in this. So we're gonna move right along with our other options. So if you're a Silver Wolf, this is a very good option for you. So let me get you moved over to another option, and then we'll go from there. So say bye, girls.
Bye.
Okay, on to our next set of options. Here we have two different style bivvies. This one here is by Tetton Sports, and for you that have you know, fingers that don't work, or arms or whatever, and it's a little bit harder for you to set up one of these that use the poles, this option here is a pop-up. You literally pull on this cord here, and then there's a little lock here on top that you just snap in once you pull this up all the way, and you're done. That's it. Right now we don't have the rain fly on it. We just want to show the options here. This is just a screen, and as you can see, it's completely fully open. It does have your can't even think, I'm just drawing a blank today, like a wash tub. So it comes up pretty high, so you could be out in some damp weather and it's not going to penetrate inside here, hopefully. If you take care of this and weatherize it the way that you should be completely fine. It also comes with, obviously, your rain fly, your cover. We just draped it across the top just so you can see it without, and see how easy it is to set up. We'll do more demonstrations on how to set up each one of these options at a later date, but we just want to show you all the options set up already. This one here is a Wenzel I just happened to find it in a Goodwill store, and never been used, never been touched, other than it was purchased at some point and somebody didn't use it. So this one is a little bit more cumbersome as far as setup. It uses poles that tether out to the ends. This larger end here is your main entrance, your main body. It takes two poles that don't lock together, so they just want to move on top of each other and not sit properly. And then just one single pole in the back, because it does have a little slope. So it's good for one person. This one is good for one person. The One Tigris is definitely at least two people minimum. You cannot probably put more in there unless you've got small grandkids or children. You might get away with that. And then that's really it. I mean, with this option, it would definitely be good if you're a solo camper, or this could be grandpa, dad, this could be grandson, granddaughter, or vice versa. This is probably a little bit too snug for a larger person, but I'm not that big. I'm 5'10", 5'11" on a good day, and right about 200 pounds, and I can sleep in this comfortable and not have any issues. You still have a little bit of room on either side of you and above you. You definitely cannot sit up in here, but you do have room to move around, so you definitely probably don't want to get in here until it's time to go to sleep. This one, however, has a little bit more headroom. I still wouldn't be able to sit up in it. As you can see, I'm just kneeling down. I'm not far off the ground, and I'm already over the top of this. So maybe sitting Indian style, you can hunch over a little bit, but this one's got a little net here at the top where you can hang a phone, or you can hang some sort of a light system. It's got a little bit more options than this one does. But either one is good. They're lightweight. This one comes in a bigger carrying bag, but you just throw it over your shoulder. In the beginning of the video, Madison was holding that, and you can see how big it was for her, but it has a shoulder strap so you can carry it over your shoulder. But these are very good options for Silver Wolves as well. This one zips on the side, and it's a pretty big zipper. It's about 2 feet, 2.5 feet wide, and it opens up pretty far, and would make it easy for anyone, really, any size, to climb in here. I could get in here easily and disappear, but that's not what this video is about. Just giving you some options. So these two are very good options, and we will actually be doing some camping in these as well. And then the One Tigris, like I said, and then we've got the big green monster sitting over there that we're going to get to next, which is our hammock and rainflies. So stay tuned. Okay, so we're on to our final option as far as sleeping shelter. This is our One Wind hammock that we've featured before and we did a review on. And if you haven't seen that review yet, go back and watch that, and then go to our description page of the About Us section. There's actually a discount code there that you can use on your checkout at One Wind. So we don't need to go over that. You know what a hammock looks like. Hammock, you guys have seen them, but we do have a rainfly over the top, and that's the shelter option. So you've got your shelter here, and you've got your place to sleep. Now, I don't know if you're a hammock sleeper, but a lot of people who have never been hammock sleepers, they say once they try a hammock, they will never go back to tent. For some of you, it's hard to get on the ground into one of these tents or any of these other shelters, or anything that requires getting on the ground and getting back up. Might be a little bit more cumbersome for some of you. However, this here is a very good option, because you could just sit in this and you're good to go. Sit in it, recline back, go to sleep. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy, as they say. So that was easy. I'm not an old man by any means. However, I'm getting up there, and I'm already starting to experience nerve issues, but I can easily get in and out of that very easily. So these girls in one video were in there and they had fun in it, but that was not what that video was about. This one is about you Silver Wolves, our demographic. Our target audience is the Silver Wolves, the older folks, and all of these options are good for what you need. And the only other option that we want to show you I'll have to quickly set up because I forgot about it, but we're going to get that set up and I will show you that one in just a second. This option is definitely for a ground pounder, cowboy camper. More of a rough and tough type of person, a person who does not mind getting up and down off the ground. And really you can do any sort of setup with this. So let's get that one set up and then we will get right back to you. And our last option, as you can see, we had to quickly set it up though, but this is our Bushcraft Spain 10x10, and this is its first time actually being hung, so we're excited to actually see it out and about. So if you girls want to move out of the way just a little bit, we just have it set up in a lean-to configuration. We just have it, you know, head level because, I mean, plenty of room back here. We didn't pull it up, but I mean, there's tons of headroom if you do pull this up. I mean, I could sit under here all day long. This is a huge shelter. It doesn't even have to be in a lean-to. There's plow point. You could do 4 corners underneath 4 trees, so it's a flat top. There's all sorts of different configurations that you could do with this, and we'll actually do a video more on this and do different setups. And for you who just want something simple, something basic, this is cumbersome as far as weight is concerned. However, there are many configurations you could do with this. You could actually do where some of this tarp is underneath you, so it acts as a ground barrier between you and the ground, and kind of make like a C, so you've got like a circulating heat if you have a fire out front. So there's lots of different things you could do with this. This is probably a really good option, and if you're a person who's not afraid to sleep on the ground, or one who can actually get up and down off the ground, this is a really good option. And I would consider a little bit more fun, a little bit more authentic as far as feeling like you're in the woods, a part of the woods, if that's the route you're going with. And to me, that just screams authentic. I feel like I'm back, you know, back in the day. I mean, you've got a campfire out front, you're sleeping underneath the tarp, maybe a wool blanket underneath, you know, whatever. Pine boughs, spruce browse, that word I was looking for earlier. You can put those down here for bedding if that's available in your area, and home sweet home. So you've got the one Tigris back there, you've got the 2 bivvy styles, you have the hammock, and we also have a tarp. That's 4 different options to choose from when you're looking for a place to sleep or how to sleep. And that's our next video. If you stick around and you like this one, our next video is going to be more about bedding. What you're going to sleep on, what should you bring, how much do you need, what do you need for comfort. So that's going to be our next video, our next topic after this video. So if you liked our tent, tarp, and hammock video that you just watched, please like, share, and subscribe if you haven't already done any of those. If you are new to our channel, welcome. We very much appreciate you stopping by, and we have lots more videos for you to come. And this year, 2024, like we mentioned in the last video, or I mentioned, the girls were at school. I had the day off. I was not feeling the greatest that day. Anyway, in that video, I mentioned we're going to do a little bit more camping in this year. This year, we've decided that with our demographic being the Silver Wolves, that our focus is going to be more camping related. And we're starting that off with where to sleep, like your shelter. So that's this video. Next video is going to be about bedding, and then we've got lots more videos after that. I mentioned in that intro video to 2024 that we're going to be doing lots of cooking, so we're going to do a lot of cast iron with that. I've got carving segments coming up. We've got coffee segments. We've got the cabin that we're going to be building, and you just have to stay tuned and definitely subscribe if you're new to our channel. And with all of that said, and these girls whispering, they're ready to go. It's getting a little bit cold out here. This one took her coat off. So they're ready to go. I'm ready to go. We got a lot to pack up. Sun's fighting us. So I guess until the next time we see you,
get out there.
Get out there.